Sometimes love needs no words. It speaks through glances, through silences that are louder than 1,000 words. And perhaps that is what the world saw when the camera captured the way Zhang Linghe looked at Zhao Jinmai, a gaze so gentle, so sincere, as if the whole world had stopped spinning just for that moment. To many people, they are just a couple on screen. But to fans, every glance, every smile, every second they spend together feels like a small piece of a love story that cannot be hidden. They were first paired together in a drama that instantly made viewers fall in love. Their chemistry was so natural, so captivating, that it was hard to believe it was just acting. But more than just the script or the camera, there was something deeper, something that couldn't be directed by the director. The way Zhang Linghe looked at Zhao Jinmai. His gaze was not just professionalism. There was warmth flowing, as if he was looking at someone who meant so much to him. When Zhao Jinmai speaks, Zhang Linghe never loses focus. His eyes always gaze gently, slightly lowered, as if he wants to store every expression of the girl in his memory. And it didn't take long for fans to realize, it wasn't just an ordinary gaze. It was the gaze of someone who is in love, perhaps unconsciously, but completely real. Moments behind the scenes are often the most honest proof. In the clip where they laugh together, there is one thing that cannot be overlooked: the way Zhang Linghe pays attention to Zhao Jinmai. Every time she laughs, he reflexively smiles too. When Zhao Jinmai speaks, Linghe listens attentively, no distractions, no pretense. There is one clip that caused a stir among netizens. When Zhao Jinmai unconsciously brushed her hair, Linghe's gaze immediately changed. A glimpse of admiration, then quickly averted, as if he realized that the camera might be recording everything. But even though he tried to hold back, his feelings were already evident. Fans called it the unhideable look. Because really, how could someone look at someone else that way if there weren't any feelings behind it? Their relationship on set developed very naturally. Zhao Jinmai is known as a smart and cheerful young actress, while Zhang Linghe is calm, charming, and mature. Two contrasting personalities, but they complemented each other perfectly. In an interview, Linghe praised Jinmai in a way that made many hearts flutter. He said, "She has an aura that makes people want to protect her." Meanwhile, Jinmai just smiled shyly and looked down, as if trying to hide something more than just respect for a coworker. Fans immediately flooded the comments with theories about a hidden romance between them. Some said, Zhang Linghe's gaze at him is not just attention, it's admiration that has grown into something soft and sincere. Every scene they shared felt alive. Whether arguing in the story or gazing at each other in silence, there was a kind of magnetism that drew the attention of anyone watching. Even the crew behind the scenes reportedly teased them because their interactions felt too real. In one romantic scene, Zhang Linghe gazed at Jinmai so deeply that the entire crew fell silent. After the camera stopped rolling, he still hadn't looked away, a small coincidence that didn't escape the eyes of fans. And since then, the virtual world has been abuzz. Zhang Linghe isn't acting. He's really in love. Maybe it was just a joke, but somehow it was hard to deny. If love is a language, then Zhang Linghe has spoken it in silence. The way he leaned toward Jinmai when they talked, how he made sure she was comfortable on every set, or even just gently adjusted her microphone. All of these were small signs that were too sweet to ignore. In a promotional interview, when Jinmai spoke, Linghe looked at her with eyes full of pride. When the girl made a mistake, he immediately calmed her with a smile and a light pat on the shoulder. That wasn't a typical spontaneous reaction. It was a form of attention born out of care. Fans said, if looks could hug, then Zhang Linghe has done it many times. Zhao Jinmai may not talk much about his feelings, but every time he is near Zhang Linghe, his smile is different. He seems lighter, more alive, as if the man's positive energy fills the atmosphere around him. There's a scene where the two of them laugh non-stop because of a funny line. But in between the laughter, Linghe looks at Jinmai with a gentle gaze, a look that only appears when someone is truly happy to see another person smile. And that's where, for many fans, love feels most real, in small moments, in honest laughter, in comfortable silence. When rumors began to circulate about their closeness, the two chose to remain silent. No denials, no clarifications, just small smiles that seemed to say, "Let people guess, we know how we really feel." That calm demeanor only made the public more convinced that behind all this, there was something more than just co-workers. Because if there was nothing, why were their gazes still so meaningful every time they were together? Why did every moment always feel like an endless love scene? Some say that true love is not about possession, but about two souls who understand each other without needing to say much. And that is the impression that always emerges from Zhang Linghe and Zhao Jinmai. They may not announce anything, but the world can see it through the way they treat each other. Those gazes, those smiles, those small gestures of attention, they all form a soft yet powerful melody of love. It's as if every second they spend together is a reminder that there is something special between them. True love is not always expressed in words. Sometimes it is simply present in a simple gaze, like the way Zhang Linghe looks at Zhao Jinmai. A gaze that is not feigned, that comes from the most sincere place in a person's heart. A gaze that can make the world fall silent for a moment, just to witness two hearts finding each other in the silence. And perhaps, in the future, when they look at each other again, not as characters in a drama, but as themselves, we will all know that love was real from the beginning. And after all those moments, the gaze that couldn't be hidden, the smile that was too warm to be just acting, and the closeness that felt so natural, one thing became clear. Love may not have been spoken, but the world had already seen it. Perhaps Zhang Linghe never said anything, but the way he looked at Zhao Jinmai revealed everything. So, what do you think? Is this just on-screen chemistry, or love that has grown in the real world? Write your opinion in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on other sweet stories from the entertainment world full of hidden love secrets.